Buongiorno di Milano. Good morning from Milan. Today is Saturday the 15th of July. It's now 10:46. A little bit late getting up. I've had a bit of a lie-in. And today, for me, fourth full day in Italy, I'm going to be spending all day in Milan this time, just like I did the other day. I'm now getting used to waking up to this sort of view. That view of Milan skyline, all that haze tells me it is quite hot out there this morning. In fact, the temperature is going to get up to the high 20s again. Yeah, 27 degrees Celsius already out there this morning. So today, my activity has a bit of a football focus to it, or a bit of a match of the day, or even from the 90s, Football Italia. You remember that from Channel 4 in the 90s and the early 2000s with James Richardson? Go! Well, today I'm going to go over to the San Siro Stadium and go on the stadium tour. It's the home of Inter Milan and AC Milan, the biggest clubs in Europe. Well, not just Italian football, but in Europe itself. Both of them always play in the Champions League. I love football, me, and there's been many famous Italian footballers over time. The likes of Buffon, Del Piero, Del Rossi, Jorginho, Gianluca Vialli. We lost him not so long ago. Bonucci, Chiellini, the goalkeeper Donnarumma, who saved a couple of our penalties in the Euro 2020 final. Roberto Mancini, the manager of the Italian football team. He was a good player as well. Also like Chiesa, Bernardeschi as well. And also Newcastle United's latest signing, transferred from AC Milan, Sandro Tonali. That means we might win next season, Premier League. Over here in Italy, they have Serie A and Serie B. Serie A is like the Italian equivalent of the Premier League, whereas Serie B, I think, is like the Championship equivalent. Right, out I go again. Now, to get to the San Siro, I have to get 3 metro trains. Tell you what, this part of Milan does look a little bit run down, but anyway, on I go. So it's one of the newer Milan metro trains I got this morning to take us to Loreto. 5 line, which I think is still one of the newer lines on the system. This will take me right all the way to the San Siro Stadium. Also, this line has got doors, platform doors, like on the Underground Jubilee line and the Elizabeth line.
Prossima stazione, Lotto, corrispondenza con linea M1. Next stop, Lotto, connection with line M1. Apertura porte, lato sinistro. Doors, opening the left.
Imagine this line being extremely busy on match days, whether it's Serie A or the Champions League or even international friendlies.
Attenzione, chiusura porte. Doors are closing. Prossima stazione, San Siro Stadio. Next stop, San Siro Stadio. Apertura porte, lati destri. Doors, opening the right. San Siro Stadio, Topolino. Tutti i passeggeri sono pregati di scendere. Non dimenticare.
So I've come to the San Siro Stadio, the home of Inter and AC Milan. And quite often they have, of course, as well as Serie A, they have Champions League matches and international friendlies, and also including the fact that World Cup Italia 1990. This was also one of the stadiums as well. That looks absolute impressive from the outside in that. And maybe Newcastle United will be playing here in next season's Champions League, which they thankfully will, because it's the first time they've qualified there in 20 years.
Easy slide.
So in I go, and this is massive. I think this is bigger than St James's Park by a million miles. So here we are in the locker room, and I think that's the first time I've actually been in a locker room in any football stadium, really.
些人总是游泳。
So now we've gone from the blue colours of Inter Milan into the red of AC Milan. They of course just one player now transferred to Newcastle United, Sandro Tonali. This is where the players in that can sit. This is just absolutely incredible, this. I'm on the upstairs bit in the museum and this is impressive, this. Different players, different shirts. Got Moro there. Let's take a little walk around. Ronaldo there. The original Ronaldo from like the early 2000s and the 90s. Franco Barsi, yeah. Paolo Maldini, Ronaldinho there. You see shirts from Ibrahimovic, Swedish. David Beckham, Lionel Messi, Ryan Giggs as well, Steven Gerrard as well. Further down we've got Di Maria, Ronaldo. Got to see, oh there's Zola there, Didier Drogba. That's Roberto Carlos there. He was also part of the Brazil winning team in the World Cup of 2002, along with Cafu. There's Ronaldo, the Brazilian Federal. Up here, I think that would be Pep Guardiola, currently manager of Manchester City, who have just won the triple Premier League, the FA Cup and the Champions League. And here's all the trophies. So we've got the Italian Super Cup, the Super Coppa, Coppa Italia. That's the Serie A trophy. Of course, you've got the Europa League, and that's the European Cup. And of course, here's most famous, the UEFA Champions League Cup. Any team would love to hold that. Hopefully, it could be Newcastle United next season, maybe. But anyway, that's the FIFA Club World Cup there. You've got the UEFA Super Cup there. This is just incredible, this. I'm having a fantastic time here. And look what we've got here. We've got an Italiano Sabutio with AC Milan and Inter Milan, Serie A. I used to have a Sabutio. I actually had a Euro 96 Sabutio, but didn't really use it that much. I think it's still popular these days, tabletop football. So here I am inside the stadium and on the pitch, although the pitch is covered because concerts are now on with the football season finished, and this is just absolute incredible. I've not even been in St James's Park before, but I've been in here now. This looks absolutely amazing. It's bigger than what you see on telly as well. Hey, this is just wonderful, this. Hopefully I might go and see a game next season, back home. But what an absolute joy to come in here and see everything close up.
The Milan's one, and so on this side the Milan's bench. But now probably you're wondering why is the Milan side blue if blue is one of the Inter's colors. This is because the seats were placed for the World Cup of '90 that was here in Italy, and this one was decided chosen by Italian fans. So blue like Italy, instead red, green and orange are to represent all the other nations. By the way, San Siro has nearly 1 century, but is still nowadays the biggest stadium in Italy, with around 76,000 seats. Behind you can see.
This is actually the first time I've sat in a seat in a football stadium. Not even back in the UK I've done that. And this is just an incredible sight to see. Honestly, this is just absolute amazing. So now in the last part of the tour, and this now is it's an exhibition of the history of the Italian national team. So everything from World Cup victories to the 2 European Championship victories as well. And absolutely incredible, all this. One thing is about Italian football, they do have flair and style and colour as well. It's a fab exhibition this that tells you about the history of the Azzurri. One would just love to sit in with the Italian tifosi, I should say, and watch a match. So that's like 1950, this. So now we're heading up to like Mexico 70. Argentina, 1978. Now we're up to Italia 90 here. Italy got to the playoffs and actually beat England, who lost a penalty shootout against West Germany at the time. With USA 94. Italy, of course, got to the final, lost to Brazil on the penalty shootout after Roberto Baggio blazed it over the bar. So we're going further through the years now. 2000, there's Maldini. They won the World Cup in 2006 on a penalty shootout against France. This is 2010, where they went out in the group stage and lost. That's Andrea Pirlo. There's number 1. Gianluigi Buffon, Roberto Baggio. Further along the decades, along the years. Buffon down there. One of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. And now we're on to Euro 2020, still widely talked about. And now remember the night as well. Here we are. Euro 2020, so Italy were in the group with Turkey, Switzerland and Wales. Then played against we played Belgium and Austria, Spain before reaching the final against England, where it went down to a penalty shootout. And I remember that night because I was with my mate watching that. And they won it after England got 2 penalties, missed 3, and Berardi, Bonucci, Bernardeschi scored their penalties. And we have here some more shirts from their winning victory in 2006. So of course here we've got Buffon, goalkeeper, famous goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon, Alessandro Del Piero there, and also there's Grosso there. And I have seen the one, yes, here, this is number 5, Fabio Cannavaro as well. And here is Newcastle United's new superstar, Sandro Tonali. One of the best midfielders who's just played for AC Milan, and now he's joining the Toon Army for next season. And hopefully he'll win the Prem and the Champions League for us. Go on, Sandro. What a fantastic tour that was, to learn all things Italiano football. The very end there, by the way, that was a cutout of French player Olivier Giroud, player for AC Milan, and of course also scored the goal at World Cup 2022 to beat England as well, when they were France against England. Hey, this is just absolute amazing to be around here. But can only think just how busy this is on match days, whether it's Serie A, international friendlies, or of course Champions League matches, or even the Champions League final, which was here in 2016. So what I'm going to do now is catch a tram from here to take us back into the city centre a bit. I can actually get one from here to the Duomo. I've done the bit of the metro, so as soon as I've got the day ticket I've got is valid for use on the Milan tram, so I may as well use it on them as well. So I've come back into the city centre. Nice tram ride that, by the way. I'm going to have a walk to the Duomo, and then I think I might go up to the Centrale station and try me look at a bit of spotting up there. Here's one of the trams. When you look at them, they're actually, apparently, I think, these are built by the same company that built the old Manchester Metrolink T68 trams and the Birmingham T69 trams as well. So that's the colours on the trams, all three types. Onto line 4, or line M3 actually. Sound like the Jubilee trains. Okay, I'm on the platforms at Milano Centrale and I just need to do half an hour here. And I am a bit nervous as well because I do not know what they're like with enthusiasts here. But hopefully I'll have no problems. So let's see what we have in Italy's biggest railway station. Well, in fact, actually, I think one of the biggest in Europe, let alone Italy. There's Train Nord down there. They're the single-decker trains. We've got a Frecciarossa down there. Another Train Nord double-decker. There's an Italo Rail, Pendolino, and a Frecciarossa 1000 down there. I think one of the 1000 trains is what I go to Rome on. We've got an intercity train down there and another Train Nord. The Train Nord trains are like your regional railways type ones. And we've got a stabled locomotive, G2024 here, covered in graffiti. There's a lot of weeds around these railway lines, but despite all this, and I could do with clearing up a little bit. Despite all this, the Italian railway system looks very good indeed.
Informiamo che il personale dell'Istituto di Ricerca e Scienze ha riserve incaricato da Italia SPA effettuerà alcune brevi interviste per un'indagine di mercato. Italia SPA ringrazia per la collaborazione. Attenzione, treno in arrivo al binario 3, allontanarsi dalla linea gialla. Attenzione, treno in arrivo al binario 12, allontanarsi dalla linea gialla.
I've noticed a lot of the colours on the Italian trains, most of them follow the Italian flag of the green, white and red. I actually quite like the colours on these trains. Shame about the graffiti on some of them though. So from Milano Centrale, long distance trains get them towards Verona, Venice, Bolzano, Turin, Genoa, also towards Bologna, Florence, Rome of course, and Naples, and also I think to like Pisa as well. You can also get trains I think up into France and Switzerland from here as well. You can also get, like over there, that's the, I believe the airport service to Malpensa Airport, and a range of regional services as well. On that intercity, that actually reminds us of the intercity Swallow 225 back in the UK. It's also got a bit of the TGV style on the front as well. Right, I think I'm going to finish it now. I've done enough, and honestly, I'm happy. I can relax now that I've done this station, and it has been a success, no problems. I think I'm going to go on back to my hotel for a bit before I come back out. So I've come back to my hotel for a bit just to then freshen up and recharge, and of course one has to get a shot of their room every time they come back to it, and the shot is of course the skyline of Milan, which is just all down there. Now I'm hoping you could maybe see Centrale Station from here, but it does not look like it. Anyway, just have myself a can of Italian lager. This is called a Holla Bro. It's really nice actually. Salute. Lovely. Now, when you're on holiday over here for getting drinks, if you get them in the restaurant, you'd be paying like quite a few euro. But instead, what I'm doing, just getting them from like little everyday little shops, like there's a little corner shop just on the street from your hotel, and that can about €1.20. It's roughly around the same for a can of lager back in the UK, I think. Right, out I go, and this evening I'm going to go down to the Navigli Canal District area. I've already had my tea, and bruschetta with tomatoes and spaghetti bolognese and a water, just €11. That's because I went to an Italian Chinese restaurant, literally just next to me, near my hotel, so therefore away from the tourist areas, and food was just as lovely and much cheaper than the city centre. Plus also they were doing freshly made pizzas from €5 upwards, and what you pay in the UK is normally a lot more. In fact, in the UK, I don't think many places even have these proper pizza ovens what you have in Italy. We'll catch the best road to Cardona, that's where I change on to Green Line, M2. Okay, at Cardonia, just need to change onto M2 line, which is literally just coming up now. Right, come to another popular part of Milan. This is the Navigli Grande Canal. The Grand Canal. And this is another stunning location here in Milan to come and have a look at. And it looks really, really rammed as well. Maybe not as rammed as Venice, but still looks very busy indeed. You can see lots and lots of restaurants along here, but I've already had my tea, and it probably would be a little cheaper than what it would be on one of these. walking along the Navigli Grande, there is definitely a buzz in the air when it comes to Italian nightlife.
Vi devo vedere. È tipo la sua frase.
Look what I have here. If you love your Nutella, this is heaven on earth. Heaven in a corn. And look at that. That looks absolutely delicious. And about €6.50 that was. But I've had a good walk around the Navigli district, and I can definitely say this is where all of Milan's nightlife is. It's absolute stunning. Maybe not as big a nightlife scene as, say, Newcastle, but still, this is my first proper glimpse of Italian nightlife, and honestly, it looks absolutely amazing. There's actually a British pub around here somewhere that I want to go and have a look at. Well, there's where I've just been in. Some of my mates have been in there. The Old Fox pub. A classic British pub, that is. Along with, say, like Fox and Hounds and all that. Right, just been in the pub. The Old Fox, as you see from the pictures. For me, that was a little taste of home. It's nice to go into a British pub in Italy. About €5 for a pint. I'm going to walk back along towards the Navigli Canal, and from there I will then take 2 metro trains back to. Well, actually, I'm just going to jump on the. Well, I could actually just jump on the metro there and cheat and go back to the canal, but nah, I think I'll walk it. Like I say, this part of Milan is a bit more quiet in the city centre, but I think this is definitely where the nightlife and that is. Has a real buzz to it as well. This is an incredible part of Milan to have a walk through. It's absolutely heaving here, but full of nightlife. It's absolute amazing. But I can't stay down here too long. I'm making my way back to the metro station now. So just walk back along the Navigli Canal Grande. We catch the metro up to Cadona. Really, really busy it is, and it's Saturday night as well. For me tonight.
Esatto. Poi siamo a Chiesa da Sesto, la via della macchina.
Right, it's now 20 to 1 in the morning, so I'm back in my hotel. Another fab day in Italy has come to an end. Today I've been in the San Siro Stadium. Lovely to learn about all things Italian football-wise, home of Inter and AC Milan, and also a history of the Italian national side from like the 1920s up to Euro 2020 in that penalty shootout in that. And then I finally managed to do Milano Centrale station. I did about 45 minutes there. Eventually I settled in, but I was a bit nervous and I had to keep checking that there was no security guys watching us, because when I've seen the security guys at these stations, they do look like a bit rough and ready, like lethal as out. But once you get spotted, you know, it's actually a really good station. Plenty of Trentella and Italo trains going in and out, and Tren Nord, and also their intercity and regional trains as well going in and out. They're literally in and out like every 2 or 3 minutes. And then I've been down to the Navigli district area of Milan, which it looked spectacular. It looked like that is where all the nightlife in Milan is, and Italian nightlife does look really good indeed. Thank you for watching this part. I'll see you tomorrow morning in the next part. Well, I won't see you tomorrow morning, you can watch me whenever you want, but you know what I mean. I'll be up tomorrow morning. Good night.